Welcome back, and here we're talking about the out-of-home space. At this point in time, when you talk about out-of-home advertising, you're talking about an industry that's as large, I'm told, as 4.5 billion rupees. And of course, this is likely to grow very fast going ahead from here. But here we are talking to Mauricio Sabogal, who is Global CEO of Kinetic Worldwide. Great to have you with us.
Thank you, Bakran.
The scope is enormous, but at this point in time, when you talk about innovations, what are your clients really looking for is what I want to understand, because I understand your clients are quite a few. There is Snapdeal.com, there is Air Arabia, Diageo, there is Samsung, LIC, so quite a diverse list of clients. If you can start off by giving me a sense of what they're looking for.
They are looking for innovation first. I always say that the more creative, the less investment they need. So creativity is key. Technology is key right now in our home, because the link of mobile, distribution, because of the digital out of home, and also how out of home connect or amplify with social media.
Right.
That is very important.
So right now you have 25% market share.
Yes.
Right. So this market, as it expands, is going to be looking for more innovation.
More innovation, more technology, more data, basically.
Correct. So when it comes to innovation, if you can give me a few instances of how really it has worked in the Indian context, because this is a very different market and you work in several geographies. So I want to understand how unique this market is and what, by way of innovation, you're able to bring to the table.
Yes, the Indian market is very fragmented. That's a really different characteristic in this country, because we have thousands of providers that we can put together. However, always, as I said, creativity, social responsibility, and the connection with a cell phone is going to be the formula to succeed in our home.
So what has worked in the recent past, according to you? What has been really out there that has grabbed a lot of attention?
A lot of campaigns connected with digital out of home. You remember last year, the British Airways campaign in London, it was successful. Also, I had the honor to win a couple of awards before with the billboard that produced potable water from the atmosphere.
Right.
That is helping neighborhoods, poor neighborhoods, to get potable water, and at the same time is promoting a university. So that billboard, one single billboard, very well placed in the specific neighbor, created the entire worldwide noise, just because we linked social responsibility, technology, and the location of the site.
You know, Mauricio, when one talks about out-of-home, a lot of times, still in India, you're still talking about hoardings and, what you see at bus stops. But it's gone far beyond that, and it needs to go far beyond that. So in that sense, how are you pushing the envelope?
As I said, using technology and data together, of course, with the opportunity we have with a mobile phone, we can connect out-of-home with mobile. For instance, in India, we executed a beautiful campaign for Vodafone last year about don't text and drive.
Right.
We use the gingerbread cookies and we distribute that without without an arm, just to create the example. And it was amplified by social media. So that connection between social media and out-of-home is key for the future of the advertisers.
You know, but a lot of digital marketing is also happening right now, right?
Yes.
And you would find that out of home, in the scheme of things right now, in the entire media mix of Indian clients that you might be servicing, that might be changing quite rapidly. So how have you seen the shift happen?
It is changing. You know, most of the cases that we saw in Cannes this year and cases coming from India are related to digital out of home. One of the cases that I remember was the case from Coca-Cola in the north of India, border with Bangladesh, where they were connecting people in different cities through video conference,
Right.
using billboards or using vending machines as screens for them to see from each country. So it was really good case, and it's the perfect example of linking technology out of home and data to understand the consumer and to impact in the consumer in a better way.
And how are you using social media as well? Because now that is the big thrust, right? So you have to leverage it on the back of that.
Social media is a big partner for out of home. Is the one that amplify. When you have a campaign in a city and then you start seeing the same campaign all across the country or all across the globe, that happened last year with the billboard that produced potable water, is fantastic because that increased the ROI of the campaign and the amplification and the value of advertising in out of home.
So what are your clients telling you? When they come to you, you have your discussions, what exactly are they looking for? Obviously, you're servicing a very varied list of clients. So are there any specific requirements that come from different kind of quarters in terms of what they're looking for when it comes to out-of-home?
Yeah, of course. They are looking with the word innovation. Innovation is key
That's
for
the
them.
basic, right?
That's the basic. That's the basic. Now, our responsibility is to bring them innovation that really matters. And also to bring the technology, the data, and the distribution all together to present a campaign that really engage clients and really are worth it for them.
Right. So is there any corollary that you can really draw when you talk about the Indian market with what's happening in the rest of the world, or is this market very unique? I want to understand the challenges that you face, considering that you bring a global perspective about what's uniquely challenging about the market that you're working in, that we're talking about right now.
Yeah, as I said, India, the challenge is the fragmentation. However, we are in a good position because we are integrating the Indian creativity to the rest of the world. One of our centers of creativity is now in India. So the ideas are coming from here. Maybe the technology is not really here, but they are learning based on the technology that they are applying in the UK or in the US.
Right.
So leapfrogging is so easy for our Indian operation.
I'm guessing so, but you've also just won the Make in India contract, and that's supposed to be a huge one, right? A lot of the campaigns right now getting pushed from the government side, and you are getting a good pie of it. So tell us about the Make in India campaign. What are your initial thoughts about it, especially from the out-of-home perspective, which is, of course, the potential, like you said, is very huge.
Usually when you have, let's say, political campaigns involved, the growth of the business is massive. Because, I mean, the political campaigns are basically based on out-of-home.
Right.
So there is a lot of potential for the business. But of course, what we have to think is in the long-term growth. Because usually in political season, I mean, you see the growth, but it's kind of a fake growth because, I mean, then after the political season, it decreases.
Right.
So we have to think in how to grow this business, just activating the clients and asking clients, investors, advertisers to invest more in out-of-home.
Right. So that's where the action is.
Exactly.
You can't rely on this. But Make in India is a huge campaign of the government of India. And for you to be able to get that into your kitty right now, the challenges are going to be enormous. And obviously, the potential is going to be huge, as it is for the entire out-of-home advertising space. So good luck with that, Mauricio.
Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you very much.
And with that, we'll take a very quick breather here on this edition of the show. But on the other side, we'll get you the ad review.